I think another thought is when we try and add too much value. And I know as a leadership coach, I've often felt that I have to add lots of value by bringing extra material or knowledge or advice or tips. But sometimes that's not what's required, and we sometimes overdo it. And it's often far better, I've found, from bitter experience, to not make it about me, because it isn't about me. It's actually about you or whoever I'm working with. And I think when I stop worrying about what people think about me and start focusing on them, you who I'm working with, that's when some of the biggest changes have happened. And to not be so full of yourself. And I think sometimes coaches or leadership development consultants can begin to believe their own hype and think they are something special, when actually it's not about me, it's all about you. And I think there's that lovely quote that when you're worried what people think about you, you'd be surprised how little they do, because they're not thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves. And so put myself in your shoes. What's going on in your life? What's going on in your world? And of course, getting you to take ownership of it. It's never about me and the big I am. This is why the stakeholder-centered coaching that I do is so much more powerful than the earlier coaching I used to do, because it's not what you and I think has worked well. It's what your stakeholders have perceived in the change that you've made over a period of a year, month in, month out. And it's about leadership as a contact sport. It's about you being in touch with the people you lead. So I think humility is a really important quality. At times I get it, at times I don't. And when I don't, I know it's not as good. And having the courage to ask those really difficult questions. Almost like I always say, there's one, what's the question you don't want me to ask you? And they go, don't ask me about this. So I then ask them about it. And they go, oh no, don't ask me that one. But that's where some of the big changes happen. So I think just turning up and being ourselves is more than good enough. Thanks.